What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Hold on, wait a second. Let's get right off into this. Ultimate Madness 3 first round, man. Bittersweet, a disaster for most. But let's get off into what we really need to talk about. These judges, which I thought in the beginning was a good thing, but then I had to be reminded. Well, the first two that was mentioned, I was definitely on board for BattleRap, Fanatic, and Tony, bro. But I don't know how I let this slip my mind that I totally forgot that BattleRap Fanatic is a friend of Rum Nitty's. He have been promoting Rum Nitty for the past year. I'm talking about faithfully for the past year. He got all type of little promos up, little trailers up, advertising and promoting they up and coming Untold Truth interview. He definitely is a Rum Nitty fanatic. And he knew that going into this tournament and being a judge, which I believe is not right, is bogus, and it's unfair, and it serves as a conflict of interest to the other contestants that's in the tournament and for the tournament period as a whole. That's not right. That's sort of like saying I'm finna get into a rap tournament and Julian, who is my co-host, gonna be judging it for $100,000. So who do you believe? Come on, let's just be real. Nah, there's too many things that can go into that. And we saw why this should not be permitted because of these reasons, even in the battle that took place this Saturday. We saw it come down to play, him versus Serious Jones. Serious Jones won that battle. And listen, y'all, this coming from a brother who had Rum Nitty in my bracket for the $10,000. I had Rum Nitty winning the whole thing for the $10,000 bracket. I had that. Rum Nitty was going to win this tournament. But I still got to keep it real. Even though the judges gave it to Rum Nitty and it kept my bracket alive, I'm going to tell you the facts and truth. I'm put this on the record. Rum Nitty lost that battle. And this is for a guy who's doing a $10,000 bracket that got Rum Nitty winning. Rum Nitty lost that battle. Clearly to me. Serious Jones clearly won that second round, clearly. He clearly won that third round. In fact, they tried, BattleRap Fanatic gave Rum Nitty the third round, talking about that was, no, how? He ended that round very short. It was only 2-minute round. He ended that round even short. It wasn't good enough to be Serious Jones. I had Serious Jones winning that battle, man. And BattleRap Fanatic, who was Rum Nitty's friend, who was also a judge, gave it to Rum Nitty. Not so much as a result of what Rum Nitty was rapping about and saying, but because of what he didn't like, per se, about Serious Jones' reactions to what was being done in the Rum Nitty battle. He knew he was picking Rum Nitty all along. He didn't want to make it that obvious. I'm going to keep it real with you, BattleRap Fanatic. You're going to try to deny this. You're not going to be real and man enough to admit it. But here's the fact, and here's the truth. You were going to pick Rum Nitty anyway. The only thing Rum Nitty got to do is get through his rounds, and you're going to pick him every round. The only way you would go against Rum Nitty is if it's an obvious choke or a stumble. But if Rum Nitty can get through all three of his rounds, you're going to come up with some intellectual way to speak, being very articulate on how you believe it was a close battle, and I just got him edging him, just slightly edging him, so it won't look so obvious. Rum Nitty lost this battle, and you shouldn't be a judge. It's a conflict of interest. That's your buddy. That's your guy. You got more videos on Rum Nitty in your channel than you do anybody else. Anybody else, brother. And it's like that for a reason. And you're not being fair to the other contestants. And this is for $100,000. That's enough money to change anybody's lives who know what to do with it. And I believe that was unfair. Syrian Jones won this battle, and he should have been given the right to go to the next round as a result of having a fair judgment. But it was unfair on his behalf as a result of you being one of the judges. Simple as that. He won this battle, and I believe if it was any other judge up there that knew battle rap and wasn't biased and didn't have any ties or affiliation with these battle rappers, we would be seeing Syrian Jones going into the second round rather than Rum Nitty. But that's not the case. Even though my bracket is still alive as a result of Rum Nitty's win, I'm just going to clearly tell you and say this. Rum Nitty lost that battle, man. Rum Nitty lost that battle. And this is what I mean about being battle truth, man. I could have easily said, yeah, Rum Nitty won. We're going to the next round. You know, that's my bracket alive for the 10,000. No, I'm going to keep it 100, man. He lost that battle, period. And that loss should have kicked me out of the tournament. But because he won by default and cheating, my bracket is still alive. I'm still in the tournament for the $10,000 prize money. That's crazy. And that ain't right, brother. That ain't right. Because as a man, let me tell you something. As a man, brother, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm only saying this because, okay, y'all, let's talk, man, because I just got to be realistic. Come on, y'all. We got to be realistic on this. We know about being honorable, but let's be realistic at the same time. Let's be realistic at the same time. Your friend is in a tournament for $100,000. Then they select you as being one of the judges. But you know your friend is in this tournament. But you selected to be one of the judges. Let me ask you this question. Do you turn it down honorably? Or because your friend know you one of the judges, you know you one of the judges, do you stay there to give him the win and get a cut of the prize money? Let's be honest. Let's just be honest, bro. Now, I'm a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ, so I know that's not right. And I wouldn't do it as a result of it not being right. I'm just keeping it real. But if I wasn't a believer and I was in my non-believer mentality, well, I'm not thinking about God and morality, righteousness and holiness, doing right to others, I would have done it. I would have did exactly what BattleRap Fanatic did, just keeping it real. I would have did. Because I'm looking like, oh man, this easy money then for the most part. If you get through your rounds, I know you, look, all you gotta do is get through your rounds. I'm gonna choose you every time. If it ain't so obvious. So you got my vote out the gate. You got my vote out the gate. Only for I don't know. Let's just be real. How many of y'all, let's be real. I know we talking and it's easy to put it all out here and say BattleRap Fanatic wrong and this and that because him and Rum Nitty's relationship. But let's just be real. Would we do the same thing? I believe a lot of us would, man. I believe a lot of us would. It's more that would and more that wouldn't. If you know your friend in the tournament and you selected to be a judge for $100,000 and you could actually give your friend the advantage over everybody else. And your friend know this too. He know this too. Ain't no telling what y'all talking about behind closed doors, behind the scene, what may have been promised if you won. Come on now. Why wouldn't he give you none of that when he know that y'all two know and nobody else know? Nobody else know. So I don't know, man. I think a lot of us would have done it. All I'm saying is since it's known and we know now, that's not fair to the other contestants. And this is not a time in a competition where we can say things like, no, just trust me, he gonna be fair. Nah, I'm not trying to trust you in a situation like this because I feel you already just made a mistake. You already just was unfair. And I don't want to be going up against Rum Nitty and the judgment is in your hand. No. One of y'all gotta go. Either Rum Nitty go or BattleRap Fanatic go. But one of them gotta go. And battle rappers should be actually vocal about this thing and bringing it to smack. In a URL now. That's just me, man. It's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment. That's a question. It's yours. Hit the link in the description box. Subscribe to Battle Truth. Join my Patreon if you ain't a member of my Patreon. It is what it is. Let's talk about it, man.